Amen, say that.
When you see me, I'm getting dope. On
4G Audio Podcast. He's there. There's smoke in the air. Oh, is the smoke new?
No, that's always been
It's
there.
always been there?
Yeah.
Shit, that last little bit, because like whenever I laugh and shit, that goes into the smoke thing. I didn't think it was actually there.
Oh, yeah, right.
Oh, shit. Oh, man, you guys are here? Holy shit, what's going down? Happy motherfucking Friday, everybody.
Yes, sir.
Gang. I'm
Happy
Stylez the
Friday.
Prophet.
I'm B Show.
And I'm Jonesy.
Together with the Basement Weirdos. This is the 4G Audio Podcast. Oh, man, in a couple weeks, we're going to post a video that we did last week, and you guys are going to be like, holy shit, it was crazy. Just wait. You might not swear as much as I do, but you will be shocked about it. All right. So I just want to say one thing, though. You guys remember Bullet Shatta? We had
Yes,
Bullet
sir.
Shatta on the show.
Yeah,
It was his
indeed.
birthday recently, so I want to wish him a happy 47th birthday.
Happy
I don't
47.
know how old he is. I just...
Just making up numbers.
Yeah. So he's definitely not 47. But anyways, happy birthday to that motherfucker. And hopefully he has a good weekend.
Yes, sir.
If he didn't already have a good weekend this week.
Hey, much
But-
love.
On with the motherfucking show because...
We actually, speaking of birthdays,
Oh.
it's Odin's birthday
Yeah.
on Sunday. So
Right.
it's
no.
just
Hey.
a quick little shout out to the little guy.
Happy
Second birthday.
second birthday.
Number 2. Birthday number 2. Okay, wait. Just real quick before we jump right into this, I just want to say one thing. And we can touch back on this in a minute. But someone told me the other day, last night, I was at my kid's ball, and they said they know a person that's having a first birthday for a baby. Well,
Okay.
sorry, obviously for a baby.
Yeah.
And it's a kegger party.
Oh, shit. Sounds like it's
And
for
I was
the
like,
parents.
what? I'm like, that's crazy. And buddy's like, yeah, I wonder if he's excited.
Yeah. Keg of milk for all the babies that show up.
Cha. Anyways, so tonight, I want to say this has actually been a long one coming.
Yeah, man.
We watched this guy move around, do his thing, and hang out with celebrities, if you will.
Yeah,
But-
absolute staple here in Ottawa.
Tonight, actually, you know what? I forgot to ask you before we started the show. Oh, fuck. You go
Shit.
by Vlad.
But Don
Don.
IT.
Yeah,
There you
so,
go.
all right. Well, and that'll get us right into it. How's it going, man?
I'm good, yo. How you doing? Thanks
Hey,
for
man.
having me.
That's good, man. Sorry, I was awkward because I was like, I'm going to ask him right before what, because there's, how do you say it? Don?
Don. I just go by Don.
Okay,
Yeah.
what's the last name?
IT.
And so what is this? Like, so you have two names.
Yeah. Well, actually, well, yeah.
I have two names.
I can, no, but I can get real with it. So, my name is Vladimir Jean-Gilles.
Okay,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? So, that's who I am in my personal life. That's Vladimir is somebody's friend, somebody's godfather, somebody's son, somebody's brother, all that kind of stuff. But when you see me out here doing what I do in media and all that kind of stuff, I'm Don IT. You know what I mean?
Okay,
That's like-
okay. And what is it? What does this mean?
IT is like my country, Haiti, but written in the original Taino language.
I actually
Yeah.
did guess that, but I
Yeah.
was like, I feel like I'm like really
Yeah.
reaching for something
Yeah.
here. But okay, yeah.
And,
Right
and
on.
Don is just because of my hero growing up was Zorro. And,
Yeah.
you know,
No.
Don Alejandro.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? So I was like,
The original.
then I'm very guy, whatever. Yeah, with
Yeah.
Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah.
So I'm just there like, yo, I want to be a Don too. I want to be a guy in society that's just like, just classy and real and just
Yeah,
whatever.
See,
you
I
know
thought
what
it was
I mean?
like the Don. you
The
know?
Don.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I got that from, you know? So, yeah.
Sick.
Okay. Because I froze there for a second. I'm like, yo, I was totally supposed to ask him before we started. Like,
Yeah.
not only was I gonna go like, which one do you go with, like,
Yeah.
or whatever, but also, how do you say them? But so okay, so then, because I also wondered too. I'm like, the Vlad, because before I just heard Vlad, so I'm like, okay, cool, yeah. But
Yeah.
I thought maybe it was like Vlad, the like Vlad TV and shit, you know.
Yeah.
So I thought it was like a like similar thing, you know. And then I saw it on the when I see it written on like Shifter or like different things when you're credited for stuff. I'm like, oh, that must be like his real name.
Yeah,
Vladimir.
for sure.
Like, okay, yeah.
Mhm.
There's 50 Cent, there's Curtis Jackson, there's Don IT, there's
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's sick, man. But no, so we got into a bunch of stuff before we even started
We
here.
did.
And there's a bunch of other stuff that I want to get into as well. But I'm actually want to get into this 11 thing.
Yeah.
So you said I want to just fucking whatever, but we were talking about tattoos. He says he wants to get 11,
Yeah.
and I'm like, why 11? So hit me with the.
Yeah.
You want only 11 tattoos? It
Yeah.
has to be 11 tattoos.
It has to be 11 tattoos. It has to be something. I need to find 11 things of meaning to me because my tattoo 11. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but I have it here and I have it on my arm right here in Roman numbers. So the number 11 really resonates with me because I see it a lot, and I'm a kind of person I don't really believe in coincidences, and my friends see it a lot, and it has a lot of significance for all of us, the people I call my soul family, let's say.
Yeah.
I'm a little spiritual, but now that's my other side.
Yeah.
But so the number 11 has a lot of value to us, and it's resonated with a lot of different moments in my life where it sort of like came to the forefront of what I had to learn as a lesson, or it was also like a confirmation from the universe. And I truly believe that I'm a kind of person, I don't know what I did in the past life, but I think I came into this life pretty blessed. You know what I mean? I really have when I see that number 11, it's like a confirmation to me that no matter what happens, no matter what I have to go through, whether it's things I have to learn, ways I have to grow, the universe is always looking for ways to really fuck with me.
So, I just thought of even more to this is, so I'm going to go ahead and explain the thing I said earlier. So I always see 1208, and it's, and then I found out like you're supposed to add the numbers together as well. And it comes to 11. And so my number 11 or whatever is this like teacher number, whatever, right? And so you're supposed
would it not like
1208?
Right, but then if you add the numbers like, together again, would you not get 2?
Well, yeah. So but the thing is the number that you see all the time is like I forget the name for it, but there's a certain number that's a certain number, like type of number, and then you add that number together. So like you could keep going, but it's like that. It's just you go from that one to that one. You know what I mean? Like you just add it once. But the thing is that number means something else to you, and so mine is 11, and it's this teacher number where they say that you're supposed to take in information and give it to people at the right time. Whoa. Basically. And like but the thing is before I even saw this, I or once I saw it, I was like, yo, like I am kind of like that. There's probably times where I give information when it's not needed, or advice when it's not needed, or whatever. And I probably have some poor decisions and stuff that I make as well. But the point is that I'm like, I really do hold on to information, and I try and like give it to people when they need it. You know, I'm like, so that's totally true, whatever. But the other thing I just thought of is you're sitting here talking about 11, so you see 11 a lot, right? Yeah. So 11. Technically is your 1208 to me, right? Yeah. So I add 1208 together, I get 11. You're 11. Add it together, you get 2. So like he was saying, and that's what I was going to end up saying, is that, so here's another thing is, remember how I said when numbers are doubled or tripled or whatever, it just means the same thing. So like 1208 would be broken down as 1 means one thing, 2 means one thing, 0 and 8. And if it was, say it was 1228 or something, right? Whatever 2 means, because it's doubled, it's like we're trying to really stress this to you, you know? Yeah. Right. So, and 2 is good because this is it. I happen to know.
Are you saying that when you see these things, that's like life telling you that you need to recognize something?
Yeah, well, people. I don't. I'm not saying that's facts, but people in the number world like that, they believe that these are signs and shit, right? Yeah. It's like deja vu. But like, so 2 happens to be the probably. I know 0 because 0 means nothing, but 2 is the only number I really actually know what it means, and my buddy used to always see 222. Now I always see 222. We looked it up, and 222 is like it's 3 numbers or 1 number repeated 3 times. 2 means that you're like it's a what do you call it, like confirmation or like assurance or whatever that you're on the right path, you're doing the right thing, right? So when it's 222, it's accented as like this means this for real, you know. You know what's so funny? wait, just real quick. I'm about to wrap it up, but what I'm getting
I just
at.
want to say that this is episode 222.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Fuck right off. That's crazy. All right. But what I'm getting at is that maybe because something you said prior to this, or like just in this little spiel was you were saying that you feel like it's a like a assurance or like it's a confirmation or like a you're doing the right thing or like whatever, right? And so how it sparked to my mind, I'm like, wait, but if you add your 11 together, it's 2, and 2 is that you're on the right path, you're doing the right thing, whatever, right? So I'm like, together, oh shit, like that's crazy. It goes past that where it's like where mine is added up and it's 11. Like I said, I saw 227, I saw other shit that adds up to 11. Mine adds up to 11, and so I'm this teacher number or whatever, right? But then like your number is 11, so it doesn't necessarily mean that you're this teacher number. You add those together, and you're getting this confirmation or affirmation of like you're doing the right thing. So like, so yeah, it wouldn't have clicked, but you said that you're like, oh, it's like I get this like message of like I'm doing the
Yeah.
right
But
thing or whatever. I'm like,
episode
yo,
222
but that's
though.
the 2. That's the 2,
Me
right?
too.
Episode
The
222, that's
number
also
Yeah,
like,
like can we
whoa.
That's
just like take a
wild.
minute
Yeah.
to like just appreciate
It's
just funny 'cause
that
he
for
kept
a
saying
second?
two.
Because
That's
that
true.
like
And he said
It's
2
pretty-
to 2,
it's pretty
2
just
to
like
2.
the
I'm like,
like
oh,
a
it's
fucking
actually
cherry on
Yeah,
top.
yeah, yeah.
22.
Complimentary cherry, like,
Crazy.
by the way,
Yeah,
guys.
that's
Surprise.
well, and on
That's
top
the
of it too.
intro to 222.
Well, yeah, and on top of it too, I feel like that numbers thing just sort of came up organically. We were talking tattoos, whatever. Oh, 11,
Oh, for
Y11,
sure.
blah blah blah. We come
Yeah.
up with the numbers, whatever. So we're talking about it, but then we talk about it some more, and it's like, oh, it happens to be that thing. So it's like it seemed like the theme or the topic was like numbers, and it's like, oh, well, speaking of numbers, 222
Yeah.
means we're all in the right place,
Right
doing
place,
the right
right
thing on the
time.
right,
Right
fucking
time.
trajectory.
Yeah.
Fucking time, man.
That's what I
Yes.
feel about deja vu.
Go.
Yeah, the
I feel like when I have deja vu, it's either I'm at a crossroads. I'm either part of me believes that it was like I've lived a past life that I've been
Here
in a
before.
situation before, or the other half of me believes that I'm on the right path and I am where I should be.
Okay,
Right.
I like that.
Right.
I like that.
And that's
yeah.
where I get
'Cause you're
deja
Yeah.
having
vu.
that moment
And I
of-
mean, when I say this, I
You
mean
hit the
I've
right
got
mark.
deja vu holding my toothbrush one time.
Oh, for sure.
And I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
where
Random
does this
moments.
toothbrush go? And I'm literally just sitting here staring at a toothbrush, unpacking from something, and I get like a weird deja vu moment.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying it's anything significant,
Yeah,
but it's
got
like
you.
literally the moment, the feeling that I have there is like almost like I don't
It's
know
just
what
that
to do
you-
right now
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like I've been there before.
Mm.
Right.
Whether
Yeah,
it be
yeah.
I should be there and I'm like achieving something,
Yo,
or I have
actually-
been there and it's not in a scary or
Well, yo, I've actually had
necessarily
like,
bad way.
Yeah, I got you.
Right.
yo, I've
Or
actually
maybe
had like
it is, but
dreams.
it's like it's literally like an imprint in time where
Yeah.
I'm like the
But-
Imprinted in time. Yeah.
right.
Well, yo,
like
I've actually
been
had
here,
dreams,
either
like,
there, here, there,
where-
whatever.
where like
Supposed to be
a handful of dreams. One of them was only one of them was like super vivid and detailed, but like the other ones, you know, I'd have a dream whenever a certain scenario pops off or whatever, right? And I'd be like, oh, crazy, yeah. Then like at some point something happens. I'm like, oh, I'm like that's the same. Like it wasn't the same people or it wasn't whatever, but it was
But
the
it
same
was the
scenario.
thing in the dream.
But I had one time, I had a dream, and I don't know if it was the next day that it happened to me or whatever, but it was short, like very shortly after. So I have a dream. I'm at school. I'm like 7. I'm in grade 2, and I go to the washroom, and I walk back from the washroom, and I open up the door, and at the fucking chalkboard was this kid. Excuse me, and he was writing some shit. And I walked in, was like, okay, yeah, whatever, sat down. That was my dream. But like super detailed, whatever, that's all I remember. And like I said, I don't know, it was the next day, a year later, whatever, but I go to the washroom and I'm walking back and I go to reach for the door and I'm like, wow.
right?
Oh
Deja
man,
vu.
I'm having deja vu, but like
Yeah.
almost like sick to my stomach deja vu. And I'm like,
I've been
man,
here, done
but
this,
then I'm like, yo,
dreamt
the
it.
dream, right? I'm like, yo, if this kid is at the
Mhm.
the fucking chalkboard, like I don't know what to do. And I open the door, the kid's at the chalkboard,
That's
everything's
crazy.
the exact same.
Well,
I'm
that's
like,
right.
yo, what
That's
the fuck?
real.
But it was
Yeah.
like pinch yourself type thing, like, yo,
I
I'm
want to know why do we always get like deja vu about moments like, oh, cool, I've seen this fucking guy drawing chalk on them. Like, why can't we get some lottery numbers or some fucking
Yeah.
People have,
good
though.
information,
People have.
though, right?
People
Like,
have.
that-
People
those
get it
stories-
in dreams.
Yeah.
People get their
I've heard
numbers
these
in
stories,
dreams.
man.
It's a thing
Yeah,
that
yeah.
people get.
They get the ticket and they're like, oh my god, I've seen
I
these
believe
numbers.
I believe
Yeah,
the
yeah.
people that win, can we listen to this theory? I believe the people that win at lottery and the people who have luck in money and that sort of thing don't waste their luck on other things.
Right.
But
Like
the thing
I,
is, we
I
don't get
feel
a
like
chance.
I've
We don't get a
actually
choice.
survived some things I should not have, and that's what makes me feel like I will never win
Wasted your
money
luck on
in
that.
lottery.
Because your luck
Because
is
my
already
luck
gone.
has
Right.
But the thing
been,
is I don't
like,
think we get a
does that make
choice.
sense?
But-
yeah, you
but
mean-
yo,
Yeah,
it's
that's
like you
just
have a
a thought.
limited amount
Like
of
I've-
luck. And
Yeah.
It's
But
your
I don't
idea,
think-
it's your
but-
idea that you come to the world with a certain amount of luck, and if you use it up on other things, you won't have enough luck for that one specific thing. So you gotta
I just
be.
feel like
Right.
everybody gets their
careful about relying.
opportunity of luck.
You don't have enough luck
Energy
points
is
to win
energy,
the
though,
lottery,
but
but you have
doesn't
enough
leave this
luck
world.
points to like not get hit by the car. or
Yeah,
something, right?
yeah.
Even incarnation though, what did the person before me, who was
Well-
I before me that did what? Did they use up half my luck?
But the thing is, I don't think we get a choice in the matter. You know what I mean? Like, because even too,
I
like,
think
I
you
think
do.
like, so yo, like, on
I
the
think
topic
you
of
do.
luck, man, I think like, okay, so people see some shit, or there's like, what do you call it, like
I've been
superstitions
very
and stuff,
lucky.
right? Yo, let me say this.
Sorry.
So there's superstitions and shit and whatever, right? And or you pick up a penny and you're gonna have good luck or whatever, you know, or these things, right? And like people are waiting for this big crazy thing, like, oh, I picked up a heads up penny, I'm gonna fucking win $20 million in the lottery or some shit, right? But they might not even realize that that the like maybe they pulled out in front of somebody and that person didn't fucking smoke them and kill them,
Right?
or like whatever, right? Or they don't realize that certain shit happened and they
That's
don't
where I
know.
think
Or like
some
myself,
people's luck
sometimes I'm
goes.
like, yo, oh, it's a
Right?
good luck. Yeah, cool. Where's this fucking good luck? Whatever. But I don't realize I checked my ticket that day and I won $4. And it's like, well, that was your
But
luck,
also
you
you
know?
just
So I
drove
don't think you have
through,
like a
you
choice.
just
It's not
drove-
like you use it up.
You
It's just
drove
that
past a part of road that had a ride stop and you were smoking a joint.
always.
You know what I mean? Before that.
Oh.
So like,
Right, yeah,
so like
yeah, yeah.
before going and getting that ticket, you just
But
like
you don't
actually,
realize that you don't
Yeah,
think
yeah.
you
Actually,
don't
you-
count. I guess
you
what it
miss
is
something
counting
like
your
that.
blessings, right? You don't count your blessings that way, where it's
That's
like
it.
you don't realize that yo, that was a fucking blessing.
Yeah,
or that was
yeah.
your
I
fucking.
should
was
be
luck,
grateful
you
for
know?
that.
Well,
yeah.
most people don't know what they have until it's gone.
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%. That's
Right?
You know?
Yeah.
So
No,
it's just
100%.
so it's just sometimes in life you don't realize how lucky you were.
Where yeah,
Oh,
you get
yeah.
caught. You're like,
Everybody,
oh
I
man,
think,
all those
has
other
to
times
run out
I
of
didn't
that
get
luck,
caught.
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
true. It's
So-
like taking it for granted and shit.
Yeah,
Too. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
think there's stuff that saves us though,
Well, there's always stuff that saves us.
like luck. That's what
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
talking about. Like there are like you get your chances.
Yo,
I'm
we
You have your
Definitely.
Like, I don't know.
but yo, let's just step into
Your angels or your
what you do a little bit. So you're a writer for Shifter.
I do a lot of things. Like for Shifter right now.
I was gonna say I didn't see a whole lot of recent shit.
No, because I've been on like this is like my first interview.
He's slacking.
Yeah.
Slacking. No, I'm just joking, man. Yeah.
It's like,
Sorry, go ahead.
This is my first interview, this is my first interview in 6 months. So I haven't done
Shit.
aside from like what I do in my personal life because I work in media in public and in private.
So it was last year, the last one.
Last one was it was released this year, but I filmed it last
Who
year.
was it with?
Ashley from Free Girl Media.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the last one I did. And from Free Girl Media podcast, they were recently featured on CBC. And
Okay.
yeah.
yeah, and so for me, I've been when it comes to I'm a kind of person like I do media in private and in public. So
Yeah.
my day job is in media and my side gig is in media. So I really do what I really do.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's pretty cool. But when I'm focused on media in a private way, I just focus on that.
And what's the different like? What's the different types? Like, what do you?
Well, like what I mean by that is because like I'm a public figure, a content creator myself.
Yeah.
Like I appear in podcasts. Like I'm a personality.
Yeah.
But that's the version of me that's like in front of the camera.
Yeah.
But I also do work behind the camera
Right.
Okay.
in media as well. You know what I mean?
But
Where I
how do you
coordinate-
mean? Like for yourself, you do?
Oh, so for me in general, I media relations again. I'm a journalist. I'm a podcaster, a radio host.
What is it like? Is it like the same shit? It's just you do,
No, I do a lot
one
of
for
different
yourself, but one, and then like because you're talking about daytime, nighttime, or like
Yeah.
daytime side job shit.
Yeah.
Like so, you do shit for Shifter.
Yeah.
But then like on your own time, you do similar shit for yourself.
for myself?
Yeah. Okay. That's what
exactly.
I mean. Is like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
difference. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
yeah.
You know what I mean? That just so happened to be like part of like how I pay my bills. You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just lucky enough that it's also in media. You know what I mean? So it's just different. It's like whether you're coordinating things, organizing things, or you're the person in front of the camera that's hosting things. It's
Yeah.
like,
Oh
I'm-
yeah. Yeah. It's,
I'm in different
the
sort of
hats.
like yeah. I wear and I every time I'm being approached for like a media job, the thing that and that's something I don't think it's luck. I think it's actually skills that I've acquired.
Right.
When people tell me for jobs or whatever, like you're able to wear many hats. That's my strength. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like,
yeah.
Is it
I
an
can-
industry?
Sorry,
Is it an industry?
a media industry.
Right.
what's
yeah,
the-
yeah.
So you
Yeah.
went your industry. You
Yeah.
know the industry.
Exactly. So
That's, that's
exactly.
a good, I think,
Yeah.
explanation. of it.
I know the industry enough to do
Yeah.
a lot
All
of
of it.
everything
All of it, yeah.
in the industry.
You know
Yeah.
the way it works.
Exactly.
You know, it's like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No, that's and the thing is too is that's actually really good because especially when you can do all those different things or whatever, or even just know about them. Because like at one point I was like, yo, I could be a GC, like general contractor. So like, you want to build a house? You call me. Okay, cool. I'll build your house, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go out and fucking build the house,
You just know the
but I'm gonna
like,
fucking
into
call
each
the
part.
people to build the house for you. I'm gonna organize it. I know I need to do all these things and this and that, whatever, right? But the thing is like all the steps along the way I have done, but I haven't done enough that I know enough about them to be like, yeah, okay, cool. Oh, we have this
Yeah.
issue. We'll do this different
Yeah.
thing, right? But if you can do all those things, then you know how to, even if you're not the one doing that thing, you know how to like delegate that or how to
You know what's
problem solve and
expected,
stuff.
and what
My
you
best-
need from that.
It also no wrong. There's a saying that's about how when an empire falls, it's usually not because of the emperor, but because of whoever took over after
Yeah.
him. So an empire is really defined by how the heir of an empire actually handles it. And for me, my one thing that I'm really proud of in general is that when I leave a job and I recommend somebody else to do that, they take it to another level.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? So I'm really good at picking the right person to sort of like do because I've done it myself.
Yeah.
So I know how good you'd
You know
be
what
at
to
it.
look
for.
Not just that, I know you'd be better than me.
Yeah, true.
You know what I
and,
mean?
and now that you say that too, it's like I said, what I was saying was like you would be able, you know how to do it, so you know how to delegate it or problem solve and get them to do the thing. But that's only, now that you say that, that's only, what I'm saying is only just part of the battle. Like what you're saying is picking the actual person to do the thing. Like,
Yeah.
and that's a whole, that's
Yeah,
a
when
bigger
you've done-
part of it is.
When you've done it, you know who has
That's
the right
easy. You can
way
just see it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
just see it.
Even too,
Right.
like I had one of my buddies. He so my brother, he does roofing and shit.
Yeah.
And so he ended up, he was like out west. He was coming back. He was trying to find something, whatever. And so I ended up seeing my buddy. He's like, because he knows my brother. He's like, tell your brother any like time he needs work, whatever. Yeah, hit me up. I'm like, yo, actually, right now he's in the situation. He's like, I'll give him a truck. I'll give him all this, blah blah blah, whatever, right? And I'm like, well, like you guys have talked about it and shit. Like I'm like, he knows what he's doing. He's been doing it for 10 or more years, And I'm like, he knows what he's doing. And he's like, well, yeah. He's like, we've talked this and that, but he's like, I don't care. Show up Monday. He's like, I'll figure it out on Monday. He's like, I'll know right away as soon as someone comes on the job site whether they can do it or not,
Within the first
So like
5
you said,
minutes,
it's
you
like,
know
yo,
whether
I've
they're
done it
gonna make it or
before.
break it.
I see how you do it. You know what's up. Like you're doing it from the same
You can
perspective,
see
you know.
potential.
Yeah.
Your interview with Janelle Monáe from Glass Onion, was that like all you, or was that like under for an agency like Shifter, or like did you put yourself in that?
A little bit
yeah.
of both because I freelance, right? So
Right.
Shifter is like they're the people.
The
I consider-
platform.
They're the platform to
Yeah.
me. They're the people.
Shout out to KB by
Oh, I was
the
just
way.
gonna
Shout out
say,
to
yeah.
my mentor,
Yeah,
KB,
man.
Real Talk. They're the platform that I offer right first refusal for anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if they don't want something, I'll take it to somewhere else. But in
Okay.
general, I'll provide it to them first. And it's I
Oh,
consider
so you
it
kind of do it on your own, bring it to them as a proposal.
Right. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit,
cool.
that's cool.
yeah.
Cool,
And,
cool.
that's where I've learned media. So to me, it's like I'm a very loyal person in general. So
Yeah.
it's like whenever I do something at a certain level, I always bring it back. They don't ask me to do that. It's just what I do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
where you
means-
provide basically, right?
Yeah,
Business.
yeah. It's like yo, y'all provided me with that opportunity, so I bring my own If you want, you don't have to say yes. Like,
Yeah.
I don't owe you. You don't owe me. But that's just that's who I am.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I
Oh,
mean?
for sure, yeah.
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 So it's just what
It's
it is.
what's his name? Sorry, just real quick. It's gonna come out and it's gonna be good. I promise. Heavy Zeb.
Heavy
Oh,
Zeb.
yeah,
Oh
for
yeah,
sure, that's
Black
my guy.
Musa.
Yeah, Black
Yeah,
Musa.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mac, so he said, oh, and I lost it now. He said loyalty
Over, yeah.
reward loyalty with loyalty.
Yeah, real loyalty with loyalty.
Yeah.
So like kind of same
Karma.
thing. It's like
Same thing,
reciprocation, right? I'm gonna come to you with this because you help me out with this, or like
I'm a person, like, I know it's controversial what I'm about to say, but I'm a person, I pick loyalty over love.
Yeah.
oh for sure, yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because I just saw something recently about this saying that like love
Love can be
is
sporadic.
like love is not only emotion. Yeah, it's not only emotion, but it's like sporadic. It's and it's like a heat of the moment thing
It's an
too as well, right?
intense
Like you could
feeling.
act out of love or whatever,
You can
right?
do,
But do some crazy shit
Yeah.
or whatever, right? But like,
there's a lot of
but
songs
loyalty
about it.
is
In the
so
name
much.
of
It's I guess what I'm
love.
saying is to sum it up is like they were kind of saying how like basically love's like a volatile situation,
Yeah.
whereas like loyalty is like it is what
Loyalty
it is.
is what
like,
what you do.
yeah.
Love is how you feel. Love is what you experience, but
Emotions.
loyalty
Yeah,
is what
exactly.
you
That's
do.
it.
And to me,
Yeah.
loyalty is like it's
Loyalty,
like
there's no question.
yeah,
It's this or that.
yeah, and loyalty to me is like, it's what you do regardless of what other people do. Like it just comes to how loyal you are to yourself. Which it says a lot about the relation that you have with yourself.
Right.
And I
Who
think
you
the
are
hardest
and what
thing,
you're
like,
good.
it's really easy, bro. Like, it's like I can you can love me so much you hate me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can love me
I
so
know
much that
that.
you hate me. You
Yeah.
know what
Sure.
I mean? Like you see my face, you're like,
Yeah.
because you just like you love me so much, but you can't feel my energy. So the only way to connect with me is by hating.
hate,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like, that's
Yeah.
real. And to me, loyalty is really like, yo, I can be in a beef with you, and if somebody is coming at you, they're coming at me too.
Right.
Even if you
Yeah,
and me
yeah.
are at odds, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's
So
the ability to disagree, but still.
yeah, and so to me, it's loyalty over love. That's kind of the person I am. You know what I mean? Because I don't need to love you to be loyal to you because I'm loyal to myself. So I'm
Right.
gonna stick by my words regardless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you'll get loyalty from me. I think the best is having loyalty and love.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Right.
when people hear that, so you say, oh, so but if they don't love you, there's no loyalty. I get that part.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
stupid,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
just like I think how much somebody loves you shouldn't, when you rate like whether or not you should fuck with somebody, you should look at how loyal someone is to you more than how much they love you.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
how much they love you does not determine. They can love you, but they're not loyal to themselves. Or
Right.
they're loyal to the world, or they're loyal to the streets. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
So
yeah.
Because
like
love
they're loyal
doesn't,
to money,
love doesn't
Like the-
depend on loyalty.
but loyalty depends on
But like
love.
the
Right.
difference, it'd be like the difference
Yeah.
between like say buying someone a gift for their birthday or fucking showing up when they call you in the middle of the night for a flat. Like, you know what I mean? Is that what
Yeah.
you're kind
Yeah.
of saying? It's like
Yeah.
it's like that you see the like you look at like, oh yeah, this person loves me, like they treat me well, this and that, whatever. But like these people would answer the phone in the middle of the night or like whatever.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Who
Like,
can you rely
the,
on?
the loyalty or the
Yeah.
loyal
Who
ones,
could you
know?
rely on in the
Yeah.
middle of the night or at a bad time in
and
your
the real
life?
the real thing for me about loyalty is that I'm not loyal to everybody.
No.
I'm loyal with you if I fuck with you.
That's
Yeah.
it.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So to me, it's like the reason why I value loyalty is because you don't owe loyalty. Loyalty is who you are.
Yeah,
Don't
It
owe
should
me
just be
that.
unspoken.
Well, and
Yeah.
that's where that like
You shouldn't have
reward
to be
loyalty
like,
with
are we
loyalty
loyal
comes
or
back,
not?
right? Like it's like
Sorry?
reward loyalty with loyalty.
Yeah.
That's like where
Yeah.
that comes back into where it's like fucking, and again, like you said, not that it's owed, but at the same time, like I, like there's places I'll go, you know, say we're partying or some shit or like whatever. I'll like kind of clean up or like I'm like, yo, be quiet, the fucking neighbors or like whatever. Somebody like, oh fuck, thanks man, you know, like appreciate that because it's like it's not my house, but I'm
Respectful.
helping out, you know. Like, oh yeah, I appreciate that, whatever, you know. And like what I like is that like when somebody actually like sees it, you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
so even from both sides. So when I see someone else do it, that goes so far to me that like
That's
I
a
almost
kindred
feel like I
spirit.
do might fucking owe it to them, you know what I mean? And not to be loyal, but like at like to assess the situation at least, right? And then like so
To
I see that like
recognize good
it's
and
you
just
see
solid.
how they act, right? Like and in different situations. No, I'm just rambling for sure.
Yeah.
Now we're
Um,
out here catching a vibe. You know, we're lit, we're vibing,
That's
we're
what's up.
Great, man.
Well,
happy.
to kind of bring it back, so same kind of question, but you were at the Critics' Choice Awards,
Yeah.
and
Jesus.
same kind of question. How did you put yourself in that position? Was that for Shifter as an agency, or did you just manage to reach out to people yourself and make that happen for yourself?
Both.
Both, yeah. So
Same-
you went. So same answer.
Same answer.
So, anyways, how did you get yourself to the Critics' Choice Awards? We'll just go with that. Like, how did that
That was
happen?
good, man.
Yeah, I'm a member of the Critics' Choice Association, and I'm a member of the Critics' Choice Association. I've been a film critic for like,
Right.
well, my math is not good. I've been a figure, let's say 8 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so like
Good
where
film.
is it? Like where how
What
does
is a
it like
film?
like
What does that mean?
like how do
I'm
I
curious.
just show up?
You
and
it's
fucking get in, or
it's
what?
like the Oscars in a way. Like you
Yeah, yeah.
you would review movies and critique them with under a group
Like
though. There's a
artsy
group
movie?
of you, right? Like
So
What type
something.
of movie?
Are you in
That's
Siskel
a
and
whole
Ebert's
lot of
like
sorry, yeah, it is.
No,
Yeah,
that's
we're
okay.
just
I'm
like,
like,
which one-
yeah.
I'm like, yo, which one
Sorry,
do I,
man.
which one do
What
I
is that?
answer
What is
to?
that?
Yeah.
Like this? Is it this? Is it? I'm like, I over her. I don't know. I don't know nothing, officer. I
Yes.
wasn't there. I didn't see
Yeah.
nothing. I wasn't there. That was another person.
I'm just
I'm
here
not
so,
a
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yeah. So, which question? Do you
Okay,
want
yeah,
to
yeah.
answer?
Go back. Step back.
Yeah, I would just say, like, how would you have become a part of that, like the critics,
Bro.
being a critic?
Well, my career as a film critic.
Yeah,
I watched people doing it on YouTube, and I
right.
was like, I know I could do that.
Yeah,
So it was sort of thing because I saw people being praised for something that I respected them for doing it, but I really felt
capitalizing
It's
on
a
it.
conversation you have with your friends. Like it's a thing that just like
it's just
Like-
being, you're just real on camera. I'm like, I can do that. I'm real in real life.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
of
I
course.
can be real on camera too and talk about whatever. So long as it's real, people fuck with it.
Right.
So I looked at it. I was like, I admire them for doing it, and I believe I can do it too, even maybe better. And instead of hating on them, I just look at what they did to do it, and I
Learn from it.
learned from it, and I got myself in that position. Literally, like I started doing film reviews, and then I started doing film reviews on Snapchat.
Okay.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
just started. I was on
like
Snapchat.
quick ones or
Yeah,
something.
just-
Yeah, I
Like-
was just like I
Yeah.
had like sort of like the poster on one snap, and then I would come up, I put music in the background, and be like, "Hey everybody, this movie," and
Yeah.
and I would just do that, and eventually Kevin discovered me, and sort of gave me my shot to write for him. At the time, it was called Shift Magazine,
Yeah.
and then eventually CTV heard of us, and they asked me to do some stuff with them. And eventually, CBC heard from me, and they were like, "Well, we're gonna pay you to come do stuff with us." And then,
Really cool.
and then next thing you know, I had been doing it long enough that I actually qualified as a North American critic with the Critics' Choice Awards,
That's-
which is like the Oscars, but instead of like of Academy voters, it's all the certified critics that are gathered together, like the certified ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've received sort of like my own. I was certified by them as a critic.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And now I'm a
So we can
voting-
trust your opinion. It's,
Yeah,
It's not just a group you signed up for.
Well, not
Yeah.
because of that. You can't trust my opinion because I don't think that I mean, yeah, you can't
But
trust my
Yeah.
opinion.
He's
Yeah,
got shit
Based
that
on
stands
movies,
behind
yeah.
it.
yeah, but
Yeah. Someone
so,
said that he's certified.
that he's
Yeah, yeah,
certified.
yeah.
Someone said this motherfucker
Through
knows
the
what he's talking about.
grapevine.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
But even too, I'm glad you brought up the movies and shit too, the critic
Yeah.
shit. Because I was wondering, so I see this, whatever, right? And like I enjoy movies and shit, and like, so my question is what's your favorite type of movie? Because you obviously
Yeah,
watch
I
a
was
lot of
gonna get
movies and
there.
shit.
Yeah,
like-
Yeah.
Nice.
My favorite type of movies are detective films, but they don't make them like that.
Oh yeah.
Like The
Psychological
Departed.
thrillers.
No, because I don't like shit that fucks with my head. So I don't like psychological thrillers. Like, if I'm gonna start looking
Okay.
at people all fucked up,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
fucking hate that shit. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
don't fuck with my peace, bro. Because some
Yeah.
movies you watch and you look like Inception, like, yo, am I awake? What the fuck?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah,
I
yeah.
hate shit that fucks with my head.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
You know what I mean? I
Leaves you
fucking
thinking,
hate
yeah.
shit that fucks with my head. So,
I like it though.
Like
Yeah.
detective, like NCIS
like,
or
no,
like
no,
CSI,
I'm
or
talking
like-
about like old school noir Chicago films. Like,
Oh, yeah,
The
yeah.
Third Man.
Okay.
You know, with like the Humphrey Bogart sort of movies where the like the Gregory Peck sort of movie,
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
black and white. So like
Yeah.
it was 5 p.m. in Chicago.
Yeah, right,
And
right.
the
Yes,
Femme
man.
Fatale shows up,
So
and
you
you
like-
know she
you-
did
you
it,
like,
or she knows the killer. Or what. I
Yeah.
love that stuff, man.
Can I
love
ask
that
you about a movie that was on Netflix? It was
Go for
like
it.
something about George and he was a monkey.
I don't know what you're talking
No,
about.
Curious
Yeah.
so it was
George.
an
Yeah.
independent film and it was on Netflix and it won like an independent film award.
Okay.
And it was
Mhm.
like something about George, I
If
think
anyone
it's
knew what
called.
was
And
him.
it was like
Yeah.
a black and white film
George.
where like George was a monkey, but he had like the mad lips, like the voice, the face over, and like it's hilarious.
Anyways,
You should watch
we'll
it.
find it.
I'll-
I'm
I'll-
curious
Yeah.
now.
I'll watch it. I'll find it.
We all like.
curious.
I trust you.
I feel
It's
like whenever I was
thought-provoking.
younger,
It's
like
hilarious. It's
like
really
my
well done.
teenage age and shit.
Sorry.
Whenever I was like teenager and shit, I feel like there was like certain opinions that I just like couldn't really form myself.
Yeah,
Like if you watched how I did things, you would be like, okay, he likes this or likes that, but I don't know myself, you know. I wasn't self-aware, I guess is what it is, right?
That's not
And just on basic shit, but like even say like movies, I remember, and I would have been like mid-20s or something. I'm like watching movies, whatever. People would be like, oh yeah, here, like pick a movie. I'm like, yo, this movie, like or this one or whatever. And then like I got so many people being like, yo, you only like funny movies, eh? I'm like, well, I don't know. And they're like, well, you just picked like 8 funny movies, you know? And I'm like, oh, I don't know, shit. So then like I started to be like more aware, like, well, what do I like? What do I like? And I really like the like kind of senseless humor, like fucking silly shit.
Yeah.
But like if there's too much, like if it's like Lord of the Rings, you have to suspend your disbelief so much for that.
I love
And
Lord
I'm
of the
willing to
Rings.
suspend my disbelief to a point,
Really?
but I have to
Yeah.
remember
Middle-earth, bro.
all this stuff about these people and these things and like all this stuff, but it doesn't exist. You know what I mean? So like, and I don't get me wrong, I watched one
That's
of them and
fantasy,
I did enjoy
man.
the movie,
That's taking
right?
yourself out
But
of your
it's just
element.
that I feel like certain stuff like that, like I've always called it like fiction stuff, whatever. I don't really fuck with it because it's like you took me on a long adventure, and none of it fucking matters. You know, you maybe learned like a life lesson or whatever, but at the same time, like,
I don't need no life lessons.
No. But I mean, I'm not gonna sit around for 3 hours when they could have just drove a car and fucking, you know what I mean? Go through all this bullshit. Okay, I learned a life lesson, cool, whatever. But I learned the same life lesson from Marley and me.
Them when they get
You
the
know what I mean?
car.
But I learned the same lesson from fucking Marley and me. You know, like, you know, I learned lessons elsewhere too. But it's like, but the thing is, so there's that, and then there's like action movies. I'm like, oh yeah, like I like action movies. Like, yeah, oh yeah,
Visually striking.
But then like I watched them and I'm like,
unfactual though.
so like.
At least my fantasy life can
like, this is it. Like,
be
yeah,
factual because nobody knows it doesn't exist.
Just one
I
sec,
just need
just
to get
because
that letter to Hogwarts
if everyone's talking
first.
at once, the microphones go all weird. But the thing is like, so I was like, I don't like the action shit, you know. But the thing is there's certain movies and certain types of movies I'm like, oh, I don't like that. But same as certain foods that I don't really like. Once I start eating it, I'll fucking eat it all. You know, so sometimes I get into an action movie, like I guess I'll watch this because we're always watching funny movies, so we'll watch this. Okay, I'm like, oh, this is stupid for 10 minutes. Then I'm like, did they get it yet? Like, you know, like, oh shit.
Then
right.
Sounds like you need to just expand your horizons.
No, and I am. That's what I mean. Is I am, but it's just that I used to be like, once I realized that like I only like funny movies, I'm like, yeah, that's it.
That's cool because I think
like,
I think it's normal. Like, it takes a while for you to get to know yourself. You gotta experience a couple of things. Take some notes, have real conversations with yourself, and eventually you sort of like, I realize I react to this.
You gotta do those things you want. You gotta do those things you don't want to do, but you want to do. Yeah, and it's opportunities to grow, and it's opportunity, and the growing is really getting to know yourself more, right? And knowing like, I react badly to this, I react positively to that. So probably means
that's the self-reflective, like self-awareness part of the ability to even do that I think a lot of people just don't have.
You want to hear something
right?
crazy,
they feel like life happens
to
to them and they have no control over everything, right?
Everything
but it's
that you do has a...
But it's like how like certain things trigger you, you get
Yeah,
pissed
it's
off,
the
and it's like, okay, well,
perspective.
why did that trigger me? Why did that piss me off? Like,
well,
instead
it
of
might
just like
not be
lashing
your
out at the
fault that
world,
it triggered you, but it is
so
your
like
fault that you
it's
reacted
like go
upon
introspective a little bit, ask yourself why that got you so mad, and then try to like understand where that comes from, and maybe in the future when you're faced with that, you
won't do it.
You know how to approach it.
You said you snapped in the past.
Yeah. I was about to say we was just talking. Yeah.
So okay, wait. So
you know, you've had situations that have gone awry.
So earlier when we were having that conversation, I was gonna say this, and then you just brought it up again, like full circle in my mind, and so I was like, okay, yeah. So I had this situation. I was like,
situation.
I went like, I'm just trying to figure out how to say it without being weird, but I was like I went to court for some shit. Like I beat someone up, and they made me go to this like course or whatever, right? So I go to this course, and like I remember, and this all fucking full circle. Remember, I was saying that certain situations would happen to me, and then after a couple times of reacting a certain way, I would change my reaction. You know, in this specific situation, some shit happened to me. I said to the dude, I'm like, yo, can we talk after class, whatever? So I hit him up. We're chilling. I'm like, yo, I tell him the story, whatever. He's like, well, how does this make you feel? I'm like, I'm fucking mad. Like, I'm fucking mad. Like, what the fuck? He's like, no, you're not. And I'm like, you're gonna ask me and then tell me I'm wrong? Like, what the fuck? He goes, no. He's like, you're not mad. He's like, yo, you're hurt. He's like, but with certain emotions, humans turn it into anger and they get mad, right? But then, like, so like you're saying is if you take a second to be like, whoa, why am I mad? Well, I'm mad because I'm hurt. Why am I hurt? Okay, it's this, and you address the shit, which also falls into the same fucking concept of what you were saying earlier about if you don't address the situation, it's gonna come out later on. Or whatever, right?
Usually it's something much bigger, right?
So
like
same shit. Like I feel like everything just came
exactly.
fucking
You
blow
lose jobs
up.
because
you
of it.
explode on something that you don't need to. Like
fastest
just a dumb
runner
thing, right? Then you blow up over something that's so insignificant.
Yeah.
For
That's
sure.
crazy because I feel like everything just came all like right together. Like the three things that we mentioned, all
Definitely.
like so sick, crazy. That's how these things work.
That's it.
Sir.
The beauty of a podcast.
Yeah.
And the joy of having conversation.
Shit, man. So
what do you plan?
I was gonna say,
Like,
so
what
you
do
do,
you
so you're in like Toronto and Ottawa and stuff. You move back and forth type shit.
Yeah.
And then so and hanging out with celebrities and stuff. But but the thing is, so what my question is so you're in Ottawa, Toronto, whatever. do like do you dive into the like hip hop scene and stuff like that as well?
Yeah, behind the scene.
Behind the scenes, yeah.
Yeah,
So
behind
you're
the
not like
scene.
covering it. You just come.
No,
You just
I
smile
don't-
at people and shit.
Yeah, behind the scene, I kind of work with artists on different things.
Okay.
On their own side, but that's sort of like a business that I mostly keep to myself. Behind the scene, I'm in the music. I tackle some of the things that happen in the music industry, but in general, as a public person, it's not something I care to be involved.
Okay,
to be
okay.
seen associated to.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Because
Okay.
it's sort of like if I really vibe with something, I kind of do what I do in regards to that. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
Who I
Move
interview,
accordingly.
who I'm associated with. That's just because it's something authentic.
Yeah.
But I'm not really involved in the music industry as a personality.
Okay, okay,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I'm glad that you do have some involvement because I wanted to ask you about, like, what do you see, a difference, and what is the difference between the Toronto and Ottawa hip hop scene?
Yeah, I mean it's very straightforward, man. Like I think, it changed a lot. I think Ottawa is starting to respect itself more as a culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the Capital Music Award took place very recently.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
And they actually celebrated like some of the best talent from the city. The mayor was there. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like
This
to
was just
see-
recently, right?
that was
The other
yesterday.
night. Yo, I fucking saw a post from this. I'm like, yo, I'm like, no one told me about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was yesterday, and it was kind of it's kind of cool because like I've been so involved with like the music scene in Ottawa.
Yeah.
I would say like the music scene in Ottawa is a lot more authentic than Toronto,
Okay.
Yeah.
but the music scene in Toronto is a lot more professional.
Right. Okay.
Oh, I feel that. Yeah,
It
I
is
can
what
see
it
that.
is. You know, the realest
There's a lot
artists
more
of
supporters, but a lot
Yeah.
more just people trying to do that.
Well, and
stuff.
like I've always said that I feel like Toronto, like, so we were talking. It might have been Heavy. I'm not sure, but shout out Heavy either way. But we had somebody on and we spoke about like how Toronto's getting some attention, this and that, whatever, in the
Yeah,
hip hop
yeah.
world, whatever, and how like he was saying, and that's why I think it was Heavy because he was
Might have
talking
been
about
heavy,
how Ottawa's gonna be like the
yeah,
the
it's
LA
heavy.
and shit
Yeah, it
like
was
that,
heavy.
whatever.
That was heavy. Yeah.
But no, that's why I think it was Heavy because of
Right.
this. But it, just in the context of that, he was saying like that Toronto's getting a lot of attention. Okay, cool, yeah. But that also opens up like, oh, what else is there? Oh, well, just a few hours away is this Ottawa, and they have other stuff too, you know. So he was thinking that it's like opening up to like we're gonna get this like light shined on us as well, or whatever, you know. I say we as like the city, but I was saying that I feel like there's a lot of violence in the hip hop in Toronto, and like I feel like they get this like what do you call it, like they get this like attention from these people, right? Like the different what do you call it, like record labels and stuff, right? They get this attention, but then they're like, ooh, well, like these guys are all killing each other, or like, oh, whatever, you know, and they're turned off by it, right? And so like I was saying that there's a chance they could miss Toronto and be like, yeah, and then catch us and be like, oh, sick,
Oh,
Ottawa's
yeah, that's
going
very
crazy, you know,
true.
whatever.
Right.
But it could go the
Area.
other way where they hit Toronto and go, and they just turn back around and go to the border, you know.
Right.
But I've always just seen that difference. But I definitely, and I was never able to I'm very bad at putting words together sometimes. But that's a good way to put it. It's more professional.
I think it's about making a culture and a scene for yourself, right? Like
yeah,
the UK
but-
did it by like creating their own sound,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Toronto kind of
But that just
created, like
happens,
Drake
though.
sort of created his own sound, right? And like through Drake, like everyone knows the Six in Toronto and yada yada yada,
Yeah.
right? So like that, like through that, like you're gonna get attention.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Gave
So
it a
like if Ottawa
birthplace.
came out with its own like specific sound, like a style of
Yeah.
music,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's a very specific style of hip hop, and then had someone break through to the mainstream like
It
with
should
that
be like a
sound,
valley. It should
then
be a
that,
Valley
like,
Quebec
Yeah.
slang.
that puts Ottawa on the map, you know.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
but-
But
such a
at the same
government
time,
city,
like,
man,
but at
like,
the same
a
time, like
town
I don't
that fucking
think anyone ever set out to be like
It's
there was no dude in Chicago that's like, I'm gonna invent drill music, you know
No,
what I
but he
mean? Or
did-
like
but
no one
someone
in
did.
Atlanta was like, I know, but I
right?
just
And
mean,
that became known for that.
but I just mean like, so in that instance, like that was organic, that just came from it, right?
And that's
so
how it
like,
has to
so
be.
and I do feel like we do have our own sound.
not
But it's
recognized,
just quite similar to some of the Toronto stuff is all.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the thing is that you would really have to like you couldn't just like
It's hard to
willingly
find
be
the
like, okay
support
guys,
to
we're all
back
gonna
it up.
like do this thing or
Yeah.
whatever, right?
Right.
But like it's nice if it could happen that way. But at
Yeah.
the same time, it's like you can't really force it. And then if we happen to, that's how we sound, whatever. That's just the way the fucking flow's going.
Right.
Ottawa's
whatever.
so
But,
close to Quebec and so close to so many like subdivisions that are basically like Renfrew, G'day, hey, this
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of thing.
small
like
towns.
we gotta come up with like a.
Yeah, but
Well, I was gonna ask, what do you think?
You know what I mean? What's
like
the,
here? Let them
I
ask a question.
What do you think has been Ottawa's like biggest downfall that we could work on to raise, the whole industry together? Make it bigger.
I think it's twofold. Yeah,
Yeah?
it's a good question. I think it's twofold.
Shit.
I think on one end it's like the community's responsibility to collaborate and support one another.
Yeah.
Like no one has made it from Ottawa yet, so no one like whoever feels, I don't know who feels like they're on top of the world because they're at a certain level in
Yeah.
Ottawa.
Right.
There's
But
a
that
couple
whoever-
like Belly and shit, but like not like they're not Drake level.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No. I agree, and the thing is that but that actually echoes what I'm saying. Like whoever has made it from Ottawa to a certain level, that person hasn't really done anything from Ottawa enough for the community to like.
Yeah, they don't pay it back to
recognize.
Ottawa,
Yes.
right?
Right.
Like, so-
Yeah.
Yeah, even say like
Right.
Is it Dax?
Yeah.
Like even say like Dax, like he really doesn't like play Ottawa too much,
Yeah.
for what success he does have, So I get what you mean. Is it's like even if they do kind of pop off a
It's
bit,
not
they're not
paid
like
back.
coming back to do
right.
anything like that. Which is I really like City Fidelia because I feel like he does a lot of shit like that, and like he not to say he's popped off yet or whatever, right? But it's just that he's already doing all of this stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I
for
mean?
sure,
Like he's
making-
got the studio and stuff, whatever,
Has he done it on
But
multiple
it's-
different occasions?
Oh, for sure. He's
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I mean.
he's
He
been
has the
around.
potential
Been doing it
to.
for
So
years,
why
like-
is there no
Yeah.
recognition?
But it's
Well,
just that I just say that to say, yeah, that's true too.
Because he
Why is
keeps
there no
doing it as the
recognition?
Well, yeah, this poses
No,
my
let me
next.
just say,
Sorry,
but
yeah.
I'm just, let me finish my thing.
There's no
But I'm
support.
just saying
That's
the
what it
fact
boils
that, like you're saying that, I feel like he would be the kind of guy that, like, because he's already doing it. Obviously, he pops off. He's just gonna continue doing that. You know what I mean? Like, which would only help the scene better or more. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which even that, like you're saying, they don't reciprocate back or whatever, right? Which is that's how we were talking about it before. There was a picture and it's like stick figures and shit, right? And it's two sets of stairs, and the one set of stairs is Atlanta rappers, and they're all stickmen and they're all like on different steps and they're like helping each other up the steps, And then it's like Florida rappers, and it's like one guy's kicking the other guy down the stairs, the other guy's like trying to get up, push the other guy down, and like whatever. And I originally when we first started the show, I was like, I feel like similar like that in the city, right? So it even goes along with the same thing. If we do have that now, but like you said, we all come up together type shit. It's like Tino said one day, he's like, it just takes one, man. He's like, then we're all out, like we're all up there, Shout out Tino, by the way.
Yeah, for sure. Big shout out, Tino.
You had a question? Sorry.
Me? Oh, I was
Right.
gonna
Right.
say
Right.
it was
They're just not
about. Well,
recognized.
we were talking about City Fidelia, and then just making it big. Do you feel like most artists feel like they have to leave Ottawa to reach that level of, not necessarily fame, but just I guess fame, like to get noticed and to get those big
Success.
deals? Yeah, success, exactly.
Yeah. I think Ottawa. It's crazy because Ottawa hasn't been recognized. The people who've been recognized don't recognize Ottawa themselves. I feel like where people dream about the certain lifestyle or certain rewards, certain image of success,
Yeah,
they just don't feel like it resonates with the energy that's here.
right, absolutely.
So that energy, that scene, that can actually receive that energy, it's not to that level yet.
Right.
Where like,
Yeah, they're thinking of like Miami, LA, Florida, beach and all that sort of thing, probably.
yeah. And what happens too is people here a lot of time who know their talent. I know few people who know their talent, they know their worth, they know what they've accomplished, they know what they've done for the city.
Yeah.
They don't feel recognized here the way they get recognized elsewhere.
Yeah.
It's a thing, man. You know what I mean? Like I get like there are things as a film critic, you know, not only do I get invited to like outside of Ottawa, but that I'm asked to host, I'm paid to attend, things are covered, whatever. But in the city, there's when certain things happen, I don't get invited.
That doesn't exist
Oh,
here.
yeah.
So it's like, so it's not even. It's so, and I'm proud to be from here. I'm proud to be a guy that's just from Ottawa that just did whatever, you know. But at the end of the day, it's like if people rock with you more elsewhere, let them rock with you there. You know what I mean? So
that's where you're gonna go.
Yeah, and it's just a reality that and I don't. And again, like I love my city. You know what I mean? I really love my city. I work in tourism for this city. You know what I mean? Like I love promoting this city.
Yeah.
When it comes to the artistic community or the people that are the entrepreneurs here, you know what I mean? What happens though is that we're still in a city that's trying to figure out what it means to have people like that here.
Right.
And in terms of like that energy is so new that it doesn't really know what to do with that.
Right.
Which makes it feel like, well, you could shine for Ottawa to a certain level, but it makes it feel certain people feel like it's wasted. You know what I mean? They feel like their energy here is.
That's true. That's true. And even too, like, I just to agree with that really is that like I kind of see it too. Like, and even like there's certain points where sometimes I'm just like, yo, wait a sec, like, Tamal, like, just as one example of a human being, but then there's many of them in the city. But Tamal, like, just steady at it. You know Tamal Garnier? Yeah. So he's steady at it, right? So like I might not like see a post from him for a little while, right? But it's just because I didn't see it, you know, like just Instagram. But then I'll see a post or something. I'm like, oh, he put this thing out. Cool, yeah. I'm like, this guy doesn't get enough, you know. Like these people do, like they're out here like pouring their fucking heart and soul out, you know. And I'm like, they don't do enough, or they don't get enough from people like us, or like, you know, whatever, right? So I feel the same, like where I'm like, sometimes I realize like, yo, I'm like, I should just put this guy on for being him and doing his thing, you know. Like, he doesn't have to be on the show this week. Like I put him on because he just, yo, listen to this shit. Like he's out there fucking working. And not to say that I'm good at keeping up with that, but point is that, like you're saying, we do need more of that, and I could see how people could feel like that, where like I'm not getting enough. Yeah, there's fucking a bunch of people listening to my shit, or like, oh, whatever, the guy fucking in New York's talking about me or whatever, but it's around here, no one really like sees me.
It's a stalemate right now based on like the rap takes over.
COVID definitely changed things up a bit, I feel, too, with live events in general. Just, you know, it's been, like, since, you know, this year's been pretty hot, I feel. Like, we're getting back on track finally, but there was that, you know, void for a bit, too, because of COVID and stuff. But
speaking of that, too, though, is, like, how did you adapt to that in COVID? Yeah, like, because you wouldn't be able to go to events and stuff, and, like...
No, but it's actually what made me an even better content creator and personnel, because a lot of things happened during COVID, and I'm the kind of person in general, like I don't need people to really fuck with me because I really fuck with me. So when I'm by myself, to me it's like I know one day I'm gonna be married, I'm gonna have kids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I know that when I saw COVID as the last opportunity before I get to a certain age and it happens, it's like this is the last time I get to just be with myself.
Yo, just let me finish. Sorry.
Was it?
Face yourself. Though.
Yeah, face yourself, and also just be with yourself. You know what I mean? And also like be like by yourself with your thoughts and just really be in tune with who you are. So my authenticity, and
authenticity, demons in the eye.
Yeah, and authenticity is such a real and important part of my brand. Yeah. Where I'll never be perfect, but I'm a kind of person like if you look at my content,
you'll still be straight.
Yeah, that's straight. That's one thing. And if you look at my content like 3 months ago, I'm a completely different person now than I was 3 months ago. Like always, you know what I mean? Because I think authentic people who are really authentic, they're not stuck in the same place dealing with the same shit.
Blossom.
They're gonna blossom
because you're on the right path.
Yeah, exactly.
Where you're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. And the people who are authentic, they're not stuck to a level where they were miserable, unhappy. They're real enough with themselves too. So like get themselves the fuck out. And if they can't get, and again, like I understand mental health and all that kind of stuff. If they can't, then that's another thing. You know what I mean? But in general, people do the work. You know what I mean? People who are honest with themselves, they also have the ability to do the work. So me, I grew as a public figure. I grew in my content, in my reach, and the stuff I was doing with other media platforms that I was running to. Some of the ones that I created were during my biggest podcast that I created was during the pandemic. You know what I mean? I really, it was a huge opportunity for me to really step to myself. You know what I mean? So it was wonderful. Obviously, there were other complications with like the reality is that it wasn't pandemic, so there were some health complications that affected myself and people that I really love and all that kind of stuff, which is unfortunate, but for the most part, I came up.
Yeah. I feel like Zoom is a big part of that. You know, you could interact with people that maybe you would never. It would be very hard to, you know, get an interview with. Let's say a actress or actor, but Zoom makes that pretty like a lot more possible.
Also, you mentioned a podcast you created. Like you were doing a podcast, or you were?
Yeah, I was doing an IG podcast called the Black Lens, where we review Black cinema and. With like, so somebody would come to me and like from the Black community, and tell me about a film that was predominantly aimed for made by Black people, aimed for Black people, whatever. And sort of or had a huge impact in the Black community. And we were sort of like reflecting on how that made us feel. And from the point of the movie, we saw how we're dissecting first of all how it is as a film. What did that feel? How this film? Why did you pick this movie? Why do you relate to it? So on one film, we talk about the film, and on another side, we talk about you. You know what I mean? And we sort of dive into like what makes you who you are and whatnot. You know what I mean? And I'm the kind of person I like to really dive into. I observe a lot. You know, I don't mind staying quiet and just seeing like to see what people do.
You're one of those dangerous motherfuckers.
Definitely.
You know, so I'm just there like, all right, cool. Like I'm just gonna peep what people are gonna show me. Present to me. And then I just go like, and me, the thing is that I'm also real enough that if I feel like you're real, I'm gonna be real with you. You know, and one thing I took a lot of pride in with that podcast, like every time somebody came on, right, they were like, I've never done this before, I'm not sure I'm gonna like it. I'm like, don't worry, once you sit down with me, you're gonna love it. And by the end of the interview, all the time they were like, man, I had such a good time doing this. Would you wait till we do another one? And then they started harassing me to come back on. because like, yo, I know how to create a space. I accept myself, so I know how to create a space where other people are accepted too. You know what I mean? So you step in, you just get to be who you are.
Great atmosphere.
And if you create that vibe for somebody, they'll step in, and everybody wants to feel accepted for who they are. Everybody. I'm not like, you know, I'm not out here like judging the next person. You know what I mean? And if I am, then that says more about me than that person, and that's another opportunity for me to grow. But that's kind of how I see it. You know what I'm saying? So
we've had people on the show like that too, where they're like, they nervous at first and shit, and then after they're like, man, like I was so scared of this and that, but once they started talking, it was cool. Like
it's good. They don't know how to naturally let loose, but when you do that for them, they're like, oh wow, I can be myself. I'm excited, and I love when people feel that, because you leave understanding yours. That's what I do with my film reviews, with my writing, with my content. I want to leave people with them understanding themselves more. When you were talking about like what you were saying about the 11 and what it means to go out to finding out things. Like, I always said, it's funny, I wanted to say that earlier. I always said my purpose in life is to find meanings in things. I discovered that my purpose in life is to find meanings in things and express them. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I do. And meaning is true regardless. It's true regardless of how you feel.
Yo, are you a Virgo, man?
No.
Okay. I just no. I was gonna say no. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not that kind of guy.
I don't mind. I am that kind of guy. So
I just the only reason is because like many times, man, like I've seen you in pictures or this and that, whatever. I'm like, this guy kind of reminds me of me a little bit, like just like you're always smiling and shit, and like whatever, you know. And like I don't know how to explain it, but like you have like a fucking shine, sort of, you know.
I appreciate that.
And not to say that like, oh, I fucking have the shine, but
no, you
like,
get, no. Hold on. I'm gonna cut you off right here. Because I want to correct what you just said. Bro. You know why I see it in you? Because I see it within myself. So obviously, if you saw it, it's because you
true.
recognize it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you something about humility, bro. Humility, bro, is not diminishing yourself so that somebody else can be big. It's recognizing that the greatness within yourself also resides within others. Of course, you recognize it in me because it's in you, bro. You ain't gotta apologize for that.
I like that.
You don't fucking apologize for being great, bro. Don't ever do that again. Yo, don't do that in front of me. Don't do that out here. You know what I mean? Don't ever apologize. Don't ever apologize for being fucking great. Because if you are for real and you genuinely are great, you're gonna recognize that everybody is great. They just either know it or they don't. That's it, bro.
Man.
You ain't gotta apologize to me for that shit, bro.
Holy shit, man. No, I appreciate that, man, big time.
Yeah,
because even too, like, it's more of a. It kind of goes to the building thing where it's like people say, you don't knock down someone else's. We're all trying to build the biggest building, right?
Yeah, that's
so you don't knock down someone else's building, make yours look bigger. We're all building them up. So it's like we just celebrated the same thing in ourselves.
Yeah,
like,
bro, a genuine person, bro, does not need to fucking put down nobody. I don't care what it is, bro. If you're dealing with somebody for whatever reason, there's something in them feels like they need you to feel a little like shit for them to feel good. That person is fucked up, and most people are. To echo what you were saying before, about emotional intelligence, I found out that only 36% of people are emotionally intelligent. You know what that means, bro? That means that the majority of people feel like shit, and they feel like it's because somebody did something to them, and they're not realizing it's them. That's 36 minus 100 minus 36. That's 64% of people. Bro. That's a whole lot of people.
A lot of people.
What you've done, the part that you played, self-awareness.
And only 36% of people have that. That means that there's people out here that are literally mad at you and that are blaming you for things that they've done to themselves. That's crazy, bro. You know what I mean? So that's just what I'm saying, man. Me, I'm real enough to recognize. Like, that's what I mean when I create these podcasts, these sort of like environments, because I see it within myself and with my flaws and my imperfection. So when you walk up to me, you can be like a crazy person. You know, I get crazy people in the street sometimes walking up to me and talking about whatever. And I'm cool because it doesn't matter if you're somebody on the streets or the president of a company. Like, I'm gonna be the same person regardless, and I'm gonna accept you as the imperfect person that you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Like for me, bro, like it's simple, bro. I'm a kind of person. If you feel great, bro, if you identify, you don't ever gotta apologize to me for it, man.
I appreciate you, man.
I got you, bro.
But I just swung with the Virgo thing because something you were saying at the time, and then also added with everything. I was like, kind of reminds me of me, you know, whatever. And then you were saying something there, and I forget what it was, but you were saying something like, holy shit, I'm just gonna swing at it. There you go, man. Maybe we're the same. But now it makes me feel like I know nothing about that stuff.
Well, I think it resonated with you because it was honest, and when you're honest with yourself to a certain level, people are willing to learn how to be more honest with themselves. They sort of like they get pulled by that. It's authenticity, you know.
Man.
People will recognize real type of thing.
Exactly.
So it is what it is. So yeah, man. Like Anyway.
Yeah, no, I was gonna use that same thing, real, recognize real, whatever you were saying that earlier. But yeah, crazy. But there was a bunch of stuff I was gonna ask you for sure, man. So actually I wanted to know. I have so many questions, but the first one, we'll just start with this. What's it like hanging out with all these fucking famous people and stuff?
Same way it feels like hanging out with you.
Nice. That's a good way to put it.
Shit, man. No, and that goes along with what you're just saying.
Exactly.
Same way it feels hanging out with you, bro.
Yeah.
It feels the exact same, bro. Honestly, man, like.
And that's the best mindset you could have to going to talk to somebody like that.
The way I'm talking to you, the way I'm vibing with you right now is the same way I was vibing with everybody else, man. It was
just cool, man.
Same freaking thing, bro.
But and I like that because, like I said, it goes along with what you were saying. It's like, you know, you're the same person either way, you know.
Yeah.
And not just that, when you're able to be that person, what it does, man. I don't believe in coincidences. I believe that people meet so that they can exchange something, you know. And me, the fact that I was there and I got to experience that, it means that I can just touch it over here, feel it for real, and I can go, hey, to you, because it's the same shit, bro. The way I feel right now, the way you feel right now, that's how that level feel. You hold on to that vibration and then you make it.
Sharing energy.
I have a story about that.
Let's get it, man.
I have a story that's gonna trip you the fuck out.
Let's hear it.
So I was in Hollywood, Critics' Choice Award.
Hollywood.
Yeah, bro. Was it in Hollywood? No, I was in Los Angeles, but not in the Hollywood section.
Okay,
But it was like
shouldn't have said that.
It was some Hollywood shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt.
So I'm out here vibing. You know, I'm in my suit. I'm looking fly. y'all seen the picture, you
Yeah.
know, I knew I look fly.
Yeah.
You know, and they give everybody like these tickets, you know what I mean, to participate in this draw. And I don't even know what the draw is about, but I just hold on to my ticket, whatever. So I walk to the lobby of the hotel where the celebration is happening, and sort of like, so they have the celebration downstairs. They have like a media room to watch it over there. And then in the lobby of the hotel, the people that are doing their own things, they're sort of like just chilling. So I went there because I just wanted to chill. And the guy who's doing the draw record, like he saw me, he was like, "You in the white suit, looking fly. Come pick a number."
Yeah.
So I'm like,
No.
So in my head, I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna pick a number. I'm part of the draw. You know, it's kind of like. So I tell him like, "Yo, I'm part of the draw. I'm not looking. Whatever. I go. I pick my own number.
No way.
Was it 64?
I don't remember.
No,
what it
I'm
was.
just joking. I don't know, man.
I don't remember what the number was. But
But
what I
that's-
remember is that everybody that night in the room were like, "Did that just happen?"
Yeah.
And I'm just looking at it like, bro, I'm surrounded by celebrities, and I just had that happen to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's real,
That's-
bro.
Yeah.
You're in the right place at the right time. That's real. Like,
Confirmation. 11/11.
Yeah.
Confirmation that the
Yeah.
entire universe is conspiring to make me freaking happy, bro.
oh man,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
It
Shout
is.
out
Now it's
Natalie.
crazy, bro. It's real. I learned that from real OGs. It's not crazy, bro. It's real. It's real, bro. It's crazy
Oh,
because
man.
it's crazy if you don't want to believe it. But when you realize that it's real, ain't nothing crazy about it, bro. It just is what it is, bro.
You gave me a couple different perspectives on things tonight.
I know.
Yeah.
And
That's what I
appreciate
do.
that,
That's what I
man.
do, bro.
Oh,
That's what I do,
The
bro.
power.
You know. So that's what I'm saying, man. Like I believe for real that like I don't believe in coincidences. I was saying that a little earlier before. I don't believe in
Yeah.
coincidences. I believe that people connect for reasons. I believe that I'm in certain rooms for a reason. I believe that me and Kevin met for a reason. I believe that everything happens for a reason. You know what I mean? And that's actually one of the artist that I work with. She goes by Bada. She
Okay.
oh
Yeah.
Shout
yeah,
out
we saw
about
it
a
Cranium,
season.
yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
she it's something that she's always told me, like over and over, like everything happens for a reason.
I was just
She's
gonna say
taught me
everything happens for a
She
reason.
taught me how to believe that, you know what I mean, and it's something that keeps us going till this day. You know what I'm saying? Like everything happens for a reason. That yeah.
Yeah. So what? So I feel like you might just have revealed some information. You're like manager or something.
Yeah, I'm on her team.
That's sick, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I saw her at
Cranium.
the
Yeah.
first day
Opening
of
night,
Cranium
yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit! Like she fucking spits, man. Like
Yeah,
For sure,
I'm
yeah.
on her team, man. But
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
awesome,
awesome,
yeah.
man. Yeah, and I've seen you post
Yeah.
some shit, so I was like, oh, he knows her. But then like now you say this, you're like,
No. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. That's
Yeah, on
talking
the
about like the
team.
music of this industry, bro. I'm like, if I rock with you, I rock with you. It's just
Yeah.
real, you know. It just is what it is. You know what I mean? And I don't really gotta like, you know, again, like I believe everything happens for a reason. So the people you're connected to, you're connected with them, even if you didn't want to.
yeah,
Yeah,
You
true
know, so
that.
it's like y'all got a purpose together. Y'all gonna make it happen. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
that's kind of how I rock with anybody. So in the music industry, despite the fact that it wasn't something that I really wanted to do, like she's somebody that I truly, that's really strong, that I truly admire for who she is, and who's very talented, who's meant for great things. So so that's why I'm around her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's kind of what it is.
Well, it even comes back to what you were saying earlier about how you're talking about finding the right person to do the job or like whatever, you know, you have that knack for seeing that. And whenever
Yeah.
you were bringing that up earlier, I was going to say it's like when people have like, I guess it's like PR or some shit for the record label, they go and
Right.
find like people, you know, and they find the right person. And there's so many stories where it's like, oh yeah, no one wanted, who's the band? They have a bunch of guys in the, might be 9 Inch Nails maybe?
Oh yeah.
Or no.
Linkin Park?
No,
I don't
I
know.
think it was 9 Inch Nails, but whatever it was,
They said-
there was
yeah, I love
correct
that.
me in the
Rest in
comments
peace,
if you know
Justin.
what I'm talking about. But there was a band,
Yeah. rest in peace, for
there was a
sure.
band that that there was no it's coming, I promise. Jimmy Iovine was involved in this story.
Yeah, 9 Inch
Oh, and
Nails.
this
Yeah,
is
okay,
it?
so yeah, 9 Inch
Inch
Nails.
What am I saying?
Yeah,
9 Inch
off of the what's it? The
But so they made it. So the guy who Trent
the
Reznor or whatever
documentary.
his name is, he made the album without having like a band. He went and recorded it, and made this album or whatever. And then he like showed it to the record labels and shit, and no one wanted it.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Iovine worked for whatever record label, Interscope or some shit.
Yeah.
And
Dr. Dre.
Yeah. This
And
is
he
off
just-
that. What's
Yeah, but I'll just tell the story.
Yeah,
Anyways.
yeah,
But
no.
then he's like, he really wanted them to sign this band, but no one wanted to sign this band. No one wanted anything to do with them. But then he ends up being like, "Hey, look, like, give me the chance, and I'll do this thing, whatever." So he does it, and he ends up, Nine Inch Nails became Nine Inch Nails or whatever,
yeah,
you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
So point is even that like, there's so many stories where it's like, yo, I found this person took a chance. I found this person, like, oh, I believe in this fucking person, you know what I mean? So if you have that ability to be like, not only teach someone to take your position or find the right person to take your position, it's that same skill of finding that right person to fill that position.
Yeah.
Like not your
right.
position, but fill that like artist position or whatever, right? So it's like you have that like, and the thing is like, I see it because even like her, she's like, that's a fucking artist to pick. Like that's
Our stars just so man. Just meant to be.
Is she out of Toronto?
Both
Or-
back and forth.
Oh, okay,
Yeah. She rocks the city.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But she's putting in work. You know, she's one of those people, man. When she makes it, bro, she gonna keep the city on top.
Yeah, no, and we'd actually like to get her on the show. I'm not sure. I think I
Yeah, we
spoke
do.
with her briefly or something, and then
I'll set it up.
but
You might
it
have.
was like she was in Toronto or something. Or
I'll set it
whatever.
up.
But yeah, we'd
That'd
be
be dope.
totally down. Yeah, man. Looking right. What else you got
Alright.
over there?
I got the lightning round if we're ready for that. You wanna know what happened to me tonight?
What?
On my entire podcast notes deleted.
No,
Yeah, just sitting here too.
I get deleted while you're saying
Everything, yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
How did that even
I
happen?
don't know. I think I might have tapped it or something with my elbow, but we're all good. I'm just saying, yeah, that happened tonight.
So, yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean,
Oh, with
Lightning
the
round?
questions too?
oh, everything.
Lightning round?
Yeah, everything.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
but we
Can
got
you
it.
not like control that shit?
No, it's gone. I tried. I was trying to get it back there, but it's.
So we do this thing, the
Just a
lightning
little.
round. I always tell people that you have to answer fast, and the questions
go,
are
man.
worth. The answers are worth double the points.
Oh yeah, cool. Let's get it, man.
But,
I'm
yeah.
down.
super
It's
super simple, like pizza or tacos.
It's like stupid shit because I'm down with stupid shit.
Oh,
Oh, we get into
Let's
it.
get stupid, bro.
We
Let's fuck. Let's
So
get
pizza or tacos, my man?
pizza.
Pizza?
That was
Powerade or Gatorade?
Gatorade. Powerade is fake Gatorade.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Gin or vodka?
Gin.
with what though? Or just gin?
Just gin. Me, I drink hard. If I drink
My
like that, I
man.
just drink it like that, bro.
Nice.
You know?
That's what's
That's
up.
calories for a guy who works out.
You know what I'm saying, bro? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, bro? You gotta keep it, you know? You gotta
Yeah.
stay sexy with it, you know? Lady and sexy, you know? Hey.
Yeah, man.
Would you rather take a plane or take a train?
Train.
Train?
I love traveling by train is so
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful,
Yeah,
bro.
absolutely.
I just love like
Yeah.
the motion of
Get
it.
to
like,
see the land,
oh
everything,
my
all
god,
the
bro!
scenery.
And it
yeah.
really feels, bro. And especially during winter, bro, you feel like you're in some Harry Potter. Type
Yeah, I've
shit,
never
bro.
been
I fucking
on
love
a
it,
train
man.
in winter. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh, yeah.
fantastic, bro. And
Yeah.
I love traveling by train. If I could travel by train, if I could travel the world by train, I would.
Yeah, for sure. That'd be cool. Would you rather be stuck in deep sea or outer space?
Oh, bro, outer space.
Outer space?
Yeah, bro, deep sea, bro. I have a big fear of water, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's very recent too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because of something or
Yeah.
just, yeah?
I lost a buddy of mine. in a
No.
water
Oh,
accident.
right. Yes,
So,
of course. Yeah.
And that has,
We all did.
And that has,
This guy.
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
That has fucked with
R.I.P.
me ever since. And
Yeah.
Long
I
live the
haven't
black
been
man.
able to be in now, man.
So, yeah, that situation.
Yeah,
All right.
this fucks with me too much.
No doubt. All right, I'll bring it back. Boobs or booty?
Booty.
Yeah. It's funny too because I meant to ask that first, but then, yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
it felt well.
Yeah, bro.
If you could eat from any restaurant free for the rest of your life,
Yeah.
what would it be?
Meli Melo in Montreal, bro.
Yeah?
Yo, that Haitian food, bro.
What's it called?
Meli Melo in Montreal.
Okay.
Yo, ask about them, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
I
Meli
will.
Melo in Montreal.
Dope.
I
Yeah.
will.
Would you rather lose your phone or your wallet?
My phone.
Your phone?
Yeah, fuck my phone. I don't
Yeah,
care.
for sure. Would you rather have $2 million or 2 million followers?
$2 million.
Take the money, run.
Don't follow me. I'm lost too.
Would you rather be born with an elephant trunk or a giraffe neck?
A giraffe neck.
Giraffe neck?
Yeah, I got long legs. I could make it work.
Yeah.
Proportional. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just have to grow some very, very long dreads.
Yeah. For real. Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck?
Yo, so say that again?
Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck?
I'm gonna fuck up the duck.
Fuck up the horse-sized duck?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just one
Yeah.
duck.
It's a lot of meat, man.
Bro, I've been and it's, first of all, duck is delicious.
Oh.
And I've been working on my lip. I've been working on my lip.
Knock that motherfucker.
Oh yeah, it's a wrap, bro. Bring me the duck, bro. Yo,
Hell
when I
yeah.
see the duck, it's on sight, man. Peter Griffin versus the chicken, bro.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
you mean, bro? I heard talking smack about me.
No, we made some mad foie gras pie with so it was like duck, and then like we put the foie gras and then like the fucking the rest of the
Yeah.
pastry or whatever.
Yeah, got you.
So good.
Sounds
man.
good.
So good.
If you were to lose one of your 5 senses, what would it be?
Smell.
Smell?
Yeah.
Definitely the popular answer,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, smell.
So I love that you're doing this all by memory.
Nice.
You
Yeah.
get
I
one
feel like I might be forgetting a couple, but anyways. Last one, I feel like. So you find a book, you start to read it, find out it's about your life up into this point where you've found the book. Do you continue reading knowing it holds your future?
No.
Throw that away.
Yeah.
Throw it away.
Why?
Scared of
Scared of
Yeah.
the future?
You
Yo,
know it
here's the
wouldn't
thing.
change it.
Well, here's what it is, because to me the future is it's like it doesn't matter. It's like
It's
the
make believe,
future-
man.
the future to me is like it doesn't really matter. Like I can do my best right now to set myself up for the future, but the future is still unknown to me. The future is that's God. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And God is the only being that I fear because I don't completely know Him. You know what I mean? So the fact that it belongs to Him and not to me, like I've just accepted the fact that, like I feel like I don't fear for the wrong reason. Like I'm excited for it,
Yeah.
but I'm also humbled by it. It's the reason why I treat people with respect, because I don't know, like at the same time, let's say you disrespect somebody and then 10 years later you need to kiss that person's ass.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what
True,
I mean?
yeah.
Like,
Right.
I don't know, bro. A lot of people treat me like I'm at the top right now, bro. But 2 months later, bro, somebody else might come in and I might be done. You know what I mean? I
Right.
don't know. You know what I
What you
mean?
give
Like,
is what you
That's
receive.
true. It's true.
exactly. So for me, so for me, the future is like the future humbles me.
You know, they say
The future humbles me.
the past
I like
and
that.
the future are make believe.
Yeah, I mean they're not real in this moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the
People
only
are
thing that
stuck in the-
ever really exists is
Right now.
The
right
present.
now.
Right.
Yeah, that's all you can
All that
really do.
ever is.
Mindfulness, man. Practice, man.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
And
Um,
yeah,
You
that's
got
the lightning.
more? Those are good
No,
questions, man.
yeah.
Yo, I got
I
one.
got-
yeah, it's
okay,
over
no, I got
here.
one.
Like,
That,
yeah.
Alright.
so this is I heard this. I think it was on the radio or something.
Aye.
And this is kind of like you could pick any animal
Okay.
or any like creature,
Okay.
I guess bugs or anything,
Uh.
and it has to be. So you make it 200 pounds,
Okay.
Right,
So I have
so,
to pick
like-
an animal and make it 200 pounds.
right?
Okay.
And then we're like you're making them fight, I guess.
Oh,
So, like
okay.
what animal do you think is coming out on top?
If you, any animal.
Yeah, and you're picking like so if you're picking
And-
a battle,
and
So
enlarge it
all
by
animals
200.
or insects, everything, reptiles, whatever, are now 200
200
pounds.
pounds. So we're all the same weight,
And they
right?
all fight in the same weight class.
Right. Who's taking it home?
Spiders.
Wolf spider. I was gonna say wolf spider.
Spiders.
I was
Rock
gonna say
spider.
monkeys, but I
No.
like the
Oh,
spider
those are
thing.
both good answers. but
Spiders?
Spiders is a good one, right?
Because
Yeah.
spiders,
200 pound
bro,
spider.
you ever,
That's
yeah.
a big
you
fucking
ever-
spider.
Spiders,
Spider-Man.
they just freak you the fuck
Yeah,
out.
I don't.
you
I
know?
haven't.
Oh, man.
No.
Yeah,
I don't know if I
spiders.
have another
I
answer.
don't. I don't have a.
Pound
Nope.
snake.
I was
I don't-
thinking snake as well, but
No, I
don't
think
mind
spider
snakes.
would fucking.
Spiders.
Yeah.
You got to
Just
think too. If it
chomp at
bit you,
They're fucking.
it's probably putting in so much
They're
poison.
smart.
Oh, it'd be like
If
insta
it's
kill.
It would just be
And
insane.
you know what's crazy? Because my favorite superhero, Spider-Man. Go watch Across the Spider-Verse. By the way, that movie's crazy.
Yeah, you saw the new one?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Oh, no.
The
Nice.
best Spider-Man movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Bless you, bro. Bless you twice. Bless you 3 times.
Oh, it's
you got
coming.
one more.
Yeah,
You got one more.
it's
Bless
coming,
you.
yeah.
Hey, you got one more. You got one more? There you go. Now, so I feel like
We'll be
spiders. I feel like spiders for me, like they're just. I don't fear spiders, but I know I freaking hate them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So it could
when
be
I-
anywhere at any time.
It's like I have to
Doing
kill
anything.
it, bro. Like I just feel like spiders have taught me what hate was, because the spider. No, for real.
You
I
just
don't.
learn to live with them.
There's
I
not a
don't look
human.
for them.
There's not a human being in this world that I hate more than I hate spiders.
Yeah.
You
I
would
don't
be-
care if you did me wrong, if we did it, if we did it. The way I feel about spiders, I don't fear them. They can't do nothing to me. I just crush them. I'm a big guy.
Yeah.
But my hatred for them makes me realize like I really don't understand what hatred is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's why,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Like honestly, man, like spiders, they just put the just fear in you. You know, it's such
Yeah.
a creepy animal. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
That it's like, yo, if it was 200 pounds, bro, we would all shit our pants.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Would
the
kill
stuff it
you.
I've
does.
seen eight-legged freaks.
Huh?
I've seen eight-legged freaks.
Bro.
David Arquette movie. No one.
No, I haven't seen that.
Shit.
Maybe, but I don't know.
Pin drop in here. No. Eight-legged freaks.
Traumatizing.
God damn it.
Okay.
But also,
So,
like, I grew up like
I'm
on
gonna
the
Google
dock
it
in
and see
Calabogie,
who
and they
wins,
used to have
but-
like these dock spiders. Dock spiders look like
Oh, they're-
tarantulas,
yeah, dock
and then
spiders are
I piled
nasty,
wood growing
yeah.
up, and that's where the fucking wolf spiders
What
came
about turtles,
Oh.
man?
into effect. I used
Turtles
to
have a
like
good
fucking
chance
pick
in
up
this fight.
blocks of wood
No.
and just smash
Yeah.
them down.
No, bro, if
What
you
if- but is it a
have-
free for all?
They're already
Is it
like
a
200 pounds.
all everybody against everybody, or is it like pick two of them and they fight?
No, but turtle, bro.
Everyone.
Yeah, I guess
Donatello,
pick two of them in the
Leonardo DiCaprio, Leonardo,
Flapping turtle.
Raphael, Donatello. They all died at some point. You know
Oh,
what
I
mean?
thought
So I'm just
yeah.
saying, Michelangelo, Mikey, like they all died at some point. So I don't think like turtles are like invincible. Like I've seen the
because
last
they even had
one.
weapons too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, so now, man, I just feel like, yo, imagine a ninja turtle. Okay, bro, like, I could, if I get lucky, maybe if I get lucky, I could, survive a scrap with a ninja turtle. But a ninja spider, bro, it's a wrap.
It's a
It's a wrap. Ain't nothing
Ninja
you can do with a
spider.
ninja
Yeah.
spider. What you mean, bro?
Yeah,
Come on, you bugging.
It's true. It's true.
for sure.
Spiders
And
don't have to be ninjas.
I
They
wouldn't be
just
surprised if a 200-pound spider could just like swallow you like a snake.
Definitely.
You ever seen
They
them in
have, like-
movies
I've
when they
seen
get real
fucking
close to
Lord
the
of the
spiders?
Rings,
They got
man.
that big
Yeah,
mouth,
yeah,
you know?
me, no,
Yeah,
me,
they
I
got
skip
that,
those
like,
scenes,
shit
bro. I
and
skip
stuff.
those
Let's
scenes.
skip
I don't-
those
I don't
scenes.
know
Yeah.
that shit, bro.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I have 2 more questions.
Yeah, go for it.
Who's your favorite celebrity that you met? Yeah.
Nice.
Yo, whenever I saw the picture of you and Don Cheadle,
Yeah.
like I saw it like whenever you posted it like a while back, but I see it and I'm like, I thought he was a wax fucking
A
figure,
wax figure.
and I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yo, what the fuck? But then I looked and like, oh shit, I'm like, that's actually Don Cheadle. I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah.
shit. But it's just maybe just like the look on his face or something. But I'm like, oh shit, it's actually like him.
Yo, next time I see Don Cheadle, I'm gonna tell him like, yo, bro, when last time I posted a picture with you, they thought you were a wax figure, so
Yeah.
I need to get you on video this time.
Yeah.
I need to make some motion. You know what I mean? Yeah. bro.
And second question, last question. of the
Anthony
night.
Hopkins is close too.
Oh,
He
yeah?
was very
Oh, that would've been-
You met Anthony
Hopkins, yeah.
He was very
Man,
he was a
And
classic
the list
guy.
is extensive.
oh,
I was
yeah.
actually gonna.
No
I was
doubt.
gonna.
Oh,
I was
no.
like, I'm gonna ask him like, oh, who have you met? And then I was like, oh, we could be here for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
we
seen some
would.
posts
But-
with pictures, but yeah, I'm sure the list
Um,
goes on.
And you guys can check him out at. Tell them where to find you.
Don.ayti. Don AT.
On Instagram.
Yeah. And Shift the Magazine as well. Hashtag season. You already know. CBC every Thursdays at 5:45 p.m. 91.5 FM. And yeah, bro, for your touristic inquiry, you know what I mean? Your guy, if you're trying to come to Ottawa, you're trying to find out about our city, man, I rep it, bro. Let's get it.
Hey, man.
From every fucking point of it all.
That's
but
what's up.
so just real quick before we go, one more question is, and this one's a good one.
All right, go for it. I like good questions.
Um,
man.
Yeah.
I like good questions.
So you're you walk into a room and there's a baby in the room. Just you and the baby are in the room together. And the thing is you have a choice to make. On one hand, you hit this baby, but no one ever knows that you hit this baby. On the other hand, you don't hit this baby, but everyone in the world thinks that you hit the baby.
Don't hit the baby.
I just don't hit the
You know what's funny though is what made me really want to remember to ask this question is earlier you said something. I can't remember what it was exactly, but you said something that I was like, he's not hitting the baby. Oh, it was.
Thank
You.
you.
For sure.
Hey, I respect the vote of confidence in my thank you.
You were talking about being loyal to yourself, and I was like, yo, because we had the first time Jonesy asked this question, we had it was Tino.
There's two
and
Dozart.
Dozart, and we're all like, fucking hitting the baby. Oh, I'm hitting the baby. Oh, I'm hitting the baby. Yeah, and he's sitting there. He's like, what the Dozart? He's sitting there. He's like, what the fuck? Like, huh? We look at him like, oh, what do you say? He's like, I'm not hitting the baby. Like, what the fuck? He's like, you guys are crazy. So we all get talking and stuff. He looks at me. He goes, do you have kids? I'm like, yeah. He goes, does he have kids? I'm like, yeah. He's like, does he have kids? I'm like, yeah. He goes, and you're all hitting the baby. And like, we're like, yeah. But what
that would fuck you up. You'd be like, looking at people like, yo, y'all are dark people, man.
Yeah.
Y'all got kids. Y'all will hit somebody else's kid, bro. That's different.
Yeah.
Y'all are dark.
but he dropped some knowledge though. He said, yo, he's like, the thing is he's like, everyone else thinks I hit the baby, but he's like, I know I didn't hit the baby.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's
all that
good
matters.
enough, you know?
That's all
That's
that
not
matters.
for you.
That's good enough for me.
But whenever
Yeah.
he said it, I was like, yo, man, you know what? I'm usually the first person to be like, as long as you know the truth, man, you know, like I'll push that all the time. But in that situation, I'm like, I'm hitting the baby, you know?
Oh, you decide to hit the baby?
Yeah.
You're dark, dude. No, but for me, it's just like, I don't know, man.
Doesn't matter what other people think, as long as you know what the truth is.
I'm
That's
gonna
all
tell you,
that matters,
if I
man.
can make like one last point.
Yeah, man.
Let's
of course.
get it.
Is this, man? Like, I was talking about that to somebody. I'm a very happy person, right? Very content from the inside. I don't feel. All I really need is more health and more wisdom to enjoy my happiness. I don't need anything else. You know what I mean? So, the only thing that brings unhappiness in my life is how popular I am.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
It's the only source of unhappiness.
How? So?
Because it's either something that people value more than they love themselves, or people think that I rely on it for my confidence, or people wish they had that for their own confidence.
They hold you up here.
And they hold me up here, or they need to put me down there. Like, to me, it's just like, I wish I could do what I do without having the attention of nobody, bro. Like, to me,
Yeah,
being
right.
known by a lot
The
of
fortune
people,
without the fame.
yeah,
I
well,
guess.
I don't want to call it that, but to me, it's like, it's crazy because one of my biggest fears is actually becoming famous. You know what I mean? But I do what I do because it's in my heart, and I trust that if it's something that was meant to happen to me, that it would be because it's meant to be. But like, I'm a kind of person, bro. If I don't know how many thousand followers I have on IG, but if they all decided like, yo, I don't fuck with you, and I had to shut down that tomorrow, I'd be okay living life with the 3 people that do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I just don't.
It's a special type of mentality, man.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? And like I said, like, it's the only last source of unhappiness in my life, man. Is the fact that it's the fact that so many people know who you are, but I'm not unhappy. You know what I mean? And it's also a result of my work and the amount of work that I put in. You know what I mean? It's recognized by a lot of people, but Matthew McConaughey was saying that one time. He was saying like, there's a certain moment
Sorry,
Matthew McConaughey was saying like, you know, there's a level of success you reach where you lose the luxury of first impression.
Right, yeah, because people just have this
People already
picture
think
made
they
up in their
figured you
head.
out,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
right.
Or people don't give you enough, like, based on who I've been as a person, that's affected my love life, my friendships, sometimes professionally, is that, you know, it's like people see the image being that guy that does all these things,
Right.
and they don't, and they feel like because they already have their preconceived idea of who you are,
Yeah.
they don't give you the same sort of like length to
Be the real you.
to reveal yourself.
yeah.
Right.
Instead, like, let's say you give that person, let's say like, I don't, like, you give that person, I don't know, like a month, 2 months, 3 months to figure them out, because of what you conceive about people that do what I do. After 3 weeks, you feel like you've got me figured out.
Right.
But there's a whole. I'm a man of many layers, and every layer has a different colors. You know what I
Right.
mean? And I fuck with all my colors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like you need one. You need to know more than one or two
Yeah,
colors to get to know me.
absolutely, yeah.
And to me, it's like, oh, if you want to make get your impression, whether it's like whether you admire me for 2 of my colors and I have 10, or you dislike me for 1 or 2 of my colors and I have 10. Either way, to me, it's like, it's unfortunate because since I know my worth, since I know my worth, I know that you're missing out on like 8 more colors.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
right.
So that's the part
man,
that
that's
I feel really is hard for me to deal with, but I've just learned that in order to do what I need to do, I'll have to accept.
That's
It's beautiful.
Yeah, that's actually
It's well spoken, man.
super
Absolutely.
self-aware. Like
Yeah.
that's
I couldn't agree more with you, for sure.
Well,
It's I don't think it's crazy.
that's what
like,
giving me the space to say this, man. Like, I
Hey
haven't
man,
done
I'm
interviews
just
in a while.
I'm happy I'm here to listen.
bro,
to be
like,
honest,
that,
like,
I needed to say that.
definitely
man, 'cause
taking
that's
something.
probably like the thing that.
But you,
I deal with. That's the most.
yeah,
I think you can't be that scared if you're like still pursuing it, or like,
No,
or maybe not pursuing it, but like you are still doing the stuff that can get you to that position.
Yeah.
So I think you must like want it a little bit. Not to say that you want it completely. I understand. I do.
No, what you're saying is really good, and I do have an answer for that. I do want it, but not more than I want to be right with myself.
Oh yeah.
I just know I know how much I want it, and I don't want it that bad.
Yeah,
I just
if
want
it's
it
gonna come at a
enough.
cost.
I
or
feel like
something.
I
Right.
want it enough that I can do it, but if I have to do things that don't really resonate with me as a person, I don't need it.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Like
Like,
hitting the
I
baby.
don't. I'm not gonna move forward
away.
another
Yeah.
step. Even if that step is right there, if I feel like at the previous step I wasn't right with me,
Yeah.
until I'm right with me at that step, I'm not crossing that door.
Yeah, it's
You're not
true. It's
wavering
even
from
say
your
even just in the
beliefs.
sense of taking that step too. Like you go to like and jump over something, you go do a certain thing. Like when you take that last step, you can tell if it's gonna work out for you, or like whatever, right? So then you're like, oh, and then you realize you're like, oh, this happened because I didn't get a good fucking like step. You know what I mean? So like you're saying like you want to make sure that that last step you took is everything's good to go before you try and take this next step or whatever.
Yeah.
With yourself, like good to go with yourself. I mean, before you take the step. But that's actually, again, that's super self-aware. That's and I think everything you said here is basically on that same line of like
absolutely.
self-awareness and very like even the I forget how you called it, emotional intelligence and stuff like that.
Emotional
Like
intelligence, man. Like,
I think you have the tools, man.
I think so too. I think it's so honestly, bro. I think it's just a matter of like, if I'm ready, if I want it enough, I can do it. I just know I want to do it the right way. I'm surrounded by people that think the same way too. I'm surrounded by people that check me if I was to like not be true to myself in certain ways. Like people that really love me, that I know love me. You know what I mean? Like I got the right entourage for it, so I'm not too concerned about it. Yeah, and like you were saying earlier, like I'm still pursuing it. Like I've been out for 6 months, right? Like I don't know when this is gonna drop.
It's live right
it's
now.
like okay, well,
Yeah.
but I feel like I haven't done anything in 6 months, and during those 6 months, I was really just getting right with me. I didn't do anything like wrong with myself. I just feel like I was receiving opportunities to be more right with me, and I was like, once I figure out what that says about me, then I'm gonna move along to whatever next level is, you know. And I feel like I'm more ready for that. I already have an idea what that looks like, and honestly, like I'm just proud of how much I was able to do, being able to just look at myself in the mirror and be like, you're not perfect, but I fuck with how real you are. You know what I mean? So that to me, I don't ever want to lose that. So
That's it.
Yeah.
It's like I said, my dad always said, like, as long as you know the truth, right? And that's it. If you can look at yourself in the mirror and like that person or whatever, like that's you've accomplished so much.
it's cool
right
because
there.
the cool thing about it is that you don't need anybody to fuck with you when you feel like that. It's like if you do, cool. I fuck with you too. I fuck with people. Like if you haven't done nothing to me, there's no reason for me not to. you, unless
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
something weird about you. You know what I mean? But in general, like it's like when you really fuck with you, you're like, all right, you don't, all right, cool. Like I hope you feel about you the way I feel about me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's the
Right.
only thing I don't want you to mess up for me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So that's cool, man.
See, I kind of got
know
to a point.
myself, you know.
I got to a point where I was like more like, you know, I had to learn to like be cool with myself, you know what I mean, or try and like fucking love myself or whatever, you know. And not that it was hard, it's just that I didn't understand like that, like they say you got to be a good one to be a good two, or you got to, like, you know what I mean, same as you're saying, in the sense of like I want to make sure I'm right, you know. And like, but then I get to this point too where I'm like, okay, now I feel like you're saying, you know, I'm like, hey, you fuck with me or not, whatever, cool, all right, whatever, right? And so I'm cool by myself, I'm cool with whatever, you know. But then there's times like, oh, like I guess over the last couple of years type shit, there'd be odd times where I'm like, yo, I don't really like feel like that anymore, you know what I mean? Like I so then I feel like it came so natural to me once I like learned to be like that. But then like it's been like a moment where I'm kind of like struggling with that, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of like the you know, when you like practice something, you get your level up, you know. It's like I haven't been practicing it, so I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, I'm not very good at it anymore, you know. So I'm like, you know, struggling with that a bit. But anyways, yeah, no, that's it's just the same idea like you're saying, is where you like you want to be good before you go to do anything else.
Yeah,
like, you know?
I just think it's the best way to go about it, and I just want to inspire people who feel that way too. They want to be good with themselves to a certain level. Like they want to feel like they can reach certain places, and it's not that you're not gonna make mistakes. Like I've lost myself a few times, sometimes by accident, sometimes on purpose, trying to do things that really didn't resonate.
As long
with
as
me,
you
know what I
find
mean?
something.
Yeah,
right.
I've always been really good at, like, not always, but like I always trusted that whatever I do, I can find myself back. You know what I mean? No matter how dark it is, right? That's keeping going. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like no matter
faith.
what faith.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I hold on to my faith because I like a mustard seed of faith, right? That's all you really need to.
Is that your 11:11?
That's true.
It's part of it too.
Must
It's
be,
part of
yeah.
it. It says a lot. It's a testimony of my faith. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm a man of faith in what? Like honestly, everything. You know,
Faith
in
is
life.
just belief in
Yeah.
the
Belief.
unknown.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just believe that it
exactly.
will work out for me. It will work out for the best. Or
Faith
you
in
know,
yourself,
like,
man.
yeah,
That's-
for me, I don't want to be the next Drake, right? I don't believe in that, but I feel like whoever that person is, I've met them and I've probably inspired them. That's cool enough for me. That
Right.
that gives
Yeah.
purpose to what
that's
I do
big,
already.
yeah. Like
You know,
Yeah,
like
that's-
it's cool. You know, like
You
You're
leave a
achieving
mark.
what you went out to do.
I was actually reading about that very recently. I've been reading the Book of Five Rings by Miyamoto Musashi.
Oh
Because
yeah.
I do
Okay.
Muay Thai and all that
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
you know. So, and he was talking about how in order for you really need to set yourself, you really need to go accomplish something for the spirit of that real thing to reveal itself to you. And I was like, man, when you need to set yourself,
Oh.
you need to know yourself enough to know that you want to accomplish that thing.
Yeah.
You need to know yourself enough to know if you really have accomplished that thing, and
Right.
then you really have an understanding of what that thing really entails.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And when it comes to what I'm talking about, what has revealed itself to me is what is what I'm telling you right now. There's
Yeah.
more to it because the more you master it, obviously it's life, the
Right.
more you
But if
understand.
it's
It's
a
just like
perspective
anything.
thing,
You know,
yeah.
your perspective, you grow, you adapt
Yeah.
different perspective, you see things different.
And
But in
things
general,
become
man,
easy.
yeah, exactly. And in general, like you sort of learn how to, yeah, pretty much.
Coping
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
mechanisms throughout different
Right.
That's it.
points.
Hey, man.
It's fair, man. So
It's been a pleasure.
yeah, man, we appreciate you big time coming
Yeah,
through.
man. It's been an absolute
do you want to say
pleasure.
anything to the people before we go?
Yeah, man. What would I say to the people? I'm trying to find a nice thing, a last thing I can say. Honestly, man, like if you've listened to this conversation, man, and if you're hearing any of the things we're talking about, it doesn't matter if there's 100,000 of you or 11 of you. It doesn't matter. Like when you hear it, these don't happen for a reason. Finding yourself is something that we all want. It doesn't matter what people tell themselves. I realize that this is what people really want to be in a place where they really fucks with themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you fuck with me right now and you're watching this, I give you the permission, not that you need it, but if you want that permission, I give you the permission to fuck with
Love it.
Man. Well fucking spit. Well said. Especially coming from when I asked you, you're like and I was like, oh shit, I don't mean to put you on the spot, but then came out with
Gold.
That's what we do, bro.
Diamond in the rough, man. Diamond in the rough.
Hey, bro, what do I say?
Yeah, that's
so
right.
do, man.
That's
Oh
right.
shit! Everything comes full circle when you live on a sphere.
Oh!
Love it.
Oh shit!
Let's go, yo! You have to wrap it up like that, bro.
Any motherfucking way.
Mic on y'all, man.
Shout out KB the boss. Come
said
through
that?
any motherfucking time. I'm Stylez the Prophet.
I'm B Show.
And I'm Jonesy.
Together we are the Basement Weirdos. This is the 4G audio podcast. Shout out Don AT for coming through. Gang.
Gang,
Absolute
you already
pleasure.
know.
Peace out. Have a good weekend.
Catch y'all on the next.